All right, boys. So I wanted to start sending these out to you, just to get us on the same page as to our style of football and what we're going to be looking to do this coming spring and now as we're playing through the winter season. So I'm going to send you these different videos that'll be available to you so you can go at your own pace and at your own time just to kind of go over. Initially, we're just going to kind of talk about the real quick basics of the game model that we're going to play through, right? So for me, every time we play, excuse the misspelling, every time we play, we want to control and dominate the opponent, control how we play, control the tempo, the style, all those things, and then dominate them every minute of the game, right? So this is something that we'll have to continue to get better at and learn. But that's the overall goal, right? So the non-negotiables we talked about at practice the other day. So out of possession, work your butt off to get the ball back as quickly as possible and do it together. So as if we lose it, we're on a counter press. Even if we're in a mid block, we're set, and then we're gonna go get it together on a call from one of our center mids. And then two, keep the ball. So don't give it away cheaply. Only time they should be allowed to touch is to pick it up out of the back of their net. Right. So the example I gave at practice to some of you was, if you have a girlfriend, you're not going to let someone else take your girl without fighting for it and stuff like that. Like it's going to cost them dearly. Same thing. Like stop. Like we got to stop giving the ball away so cheaply. We saw it when we scrimmaged the other day versus one of the other sporting teams at our first striker practice. We just gave it away too cheaply. So can we keep the ball, right? And then how we control and dominate. So this is the basis of our game model. Try to keep it purely very simple, very easy to think about. Um, and then what we do. So 4 moments of the game, we have it, we've lost it, we won it, they have it. So when we have it, we're looking to build and then attack, right? So can we build possession? Can we build tempo? Can we build in the certain areas of the field? And then in the right moments, attack. When we've won it from them, same words, but now everything's flipped. As soon as we win it, can we attack? Can we go to goal? Can we be aggressive? Can we get shots off? Those things. If that's not on, then can we reverse that? And now can we build? So and then as soon as we move to build, now you're back in. We have it. Now we're building to then go attack again. On the out of possession side, once we lose it, first and foremost, can we press? Can we counter press them right away on dead balls, on goal kicks? Can we counter press them? We play a through ball and we lose it. Can we counter press them? Can we press? And then if they break our press, or when they break our press, because they will break it eventually every now and then, can we get organized behind the ball? So that'd be that mid block that we've kind of worked on a little bit. Can we get organized behind the ball and get there? And then when they have it, first and foremost, you have to be organized, right? So we have to get in that mid block shape or that even, low block sometimes. Get organized behind the ball, and then we go press. On a dead ball, on a goal kick, you have to get organized in shape first, and then as soon as the ball's in play, we're pressing. If we try to do it before, then we're going to be out of whack. Right? And then kind of break these down a little bit more. So when we have it, what does our build look like? So shape with multiple lines of play. So we have, say, you have two center backs or your back three across, your wing backs higher, diagonal orientation from your two holding mids. Your attacking mids may have both in the half, or your inside forwards and both in the half space, may have one out wide, one in the half space. Your 9 pushing lines, so you have multiple lines to play through, both horizontally and vertically. Technical consistency to move the ball at speed. This is my biggest thing with our group is we've got to be much better. We'll move the ball well, and then it'll hit one or two players, and we lose that tempo because it's too many touches on the ball with no purpose. I have no problem with touches on the ball, but there has to be a purpose. When it's just I take the ball and I move it to my left foot and right foot, and I don't actually go anywhere, and I don't draw opponents, and I don't open up passing lanes, or I don't have an idea of what I want to use. For me, that's pointless. There has to be that technical consistency to move the ball at speed. Positioning between defenders and behind lines of pressure. Don't stand next to defenders. be between them, like, so divide them so they have to make a decision on which one's going to step to you, or they may both step to you, and then open up space. And then play behind lines of pressure. So again, if you can play behind their back and you can see their numbers, much better than if you're playing beside them or in front of them. And then in build, look forward, play forward, move forward. So we want to look as far forward as possible. If we can play directly in the 9, let's play directly in the 9. If we can play directly into the inside forward, play directly into the inside forward. If we have to play to the wing back or to the holding mid, then that's where we play. So look forward, play forward, and then move forward. So if the ball goes past you, move to support it. Move to support underneath it. Be an option for it. If the ball gets played to your line, so say it gets played to the 9 and you're an inside forward, can you look to make a run in behind? Can you move forward? Can you give different things? And then in the attack, first kind of principle, can we outplay in 1v1 and 2v1 situations? So again, times where I've seen that's where we play, and we'll have a 1v1 situation and we run 3 people over to it. And now we've made it a 4v4. Anytime the numbers are higher, it's in the defender's advantage. So keep it 1v1, make it a 2v1 with an overlap or an underlap, but try not to flood that area with numbers. If you are, that's fine, but then realize that's your cue to then switch play and go out the other way. Forward runs, attacking the back of the defenders. So again, this just means running behind them, but instead of just running a straight line, literally run right off their back. So if they are facing our goal that we're defending, and their number on their back puts a runway, basically, you want to be able to get into that runway with your run. So trying to attack the back of defenders as much as possible. Service from assist zone, so we'll kind of break this down in another video of what these look like. But these are early crosses. These are the half space areas inside the cutback areas inside the 18. These areas we want to get the ball to in order to find assists. And so these could be cutbacks, early crosses, like I said, from wider areas, standing up to the back post, or like a through ball from the half space, or a through ball into an overlap or into an underlap, attacking into that like kind of AZ1 assist zone inside the 18. And then collective commitment to reach goal scoring zones. So again, I'll kind of break this down in another video, but can you get to areas where we are going to score goals? The vast majority of goals scored are in the second 6 from the 6-yard box to the PK spot to the 18, or 3 yards to the top of the 6. So the vast majority of the goals, though, are in that second 6. So can we really get numbers there? And then secondly, can we really get collective numbers between the PK spot and the 18? So instead of having one person in there, can we have 3 in there to finish on crosses? Front post, middle, back post arriving late, front post getting across goalkeeper's face. These things, can we do these things really well to have that collective commitment to reach the zones? When we win it, same thing. You'll see that everything's still the same. It's just flipped, right? So attack first, build second. When we lose it, first thing, press. So can you get into the bubble, so that space around the player with the ball? Can you get into their area? Can you disrupt their thinking, their decision making, because you're putting pressure on them, right? Can you deny central progression and forward progression? So as you press, can you not let them play centrally, and can you not let them play forward as much as possible? And then the third, and just as important, focus on regaining over destroying. If you go to press and go to tackle, and that's your first thought, there's a really good chance you end up overrunning play, and then you don't deny progression, and then now you're on the wrong part of the bubble in the player, right? So you've got to focus on us regaining possession instead of you just destroying them in a counter press. You getting into a tackle in a press is not actually an effective thing, because that puts you in a physical battle, which then means if we do win the ball, you're not in position to then go to goal, right? So make sure you have the right concepts as we do this. And then organize, compact team. We deny central, so we don't let them play central through us. They either have to play around us or play over us. We do not allow them to play through us. Reduce space between players and lines. So when you're talking about horizontal space, when you're in a mid block, you're looking at 12, 15 yards between the players. So if you think about your midfield line, 12 to 15 yards between back line, maybe it's 10 to 12, and then your space between your lines. So your back line to your front line, or your back line to your midfield line, should only be about 12 yards. Midfield to inside forwards, 12 yards, maybe 15, stretching it, right? And then you're forward in with that as well. So we're really compact, really tight. We have space between the lines it's hard to play through. And then move together as a block. If the ball swings to the left, we're all moving. We're not the right winger's not sitting out there, the right wing back's not sitting out there just waiting. You're tucking in and you're moving together. And then when they have it, so again, same thing, just flip it. Okay, so same thing and then just flip it, right? And then the last slide for this video are different zones. So you can kind of see, so for me, as I've watched us play early, as I've gotten to know you, we will try to attack out of the build zone too often, right? You need to build your attack and then attack in that attacking third, that final third, in order to be effective. So can we do better at understanding the zones of where we're playing and what we're trying to do, and then the channels. So in possession, we should occupy all 5 channels. Out of possession, that compact thing, you'll see when we go deeper in a different video, we're going to try to play within 3 channels. So if the ball's in our channel 1 out of possession, we're going to occupy 1, 2, and 3. We may touch into 4, but our wing back's not going to be standing out here in 5. They're going to be tucked into 4, or even on this edge of 3 and 4. So we're going to really occupy 3.5 channels at most. In possession, we're occupying all 5, and we're using the field to be able to create space for ourselves and stuff like that. So that's a quick video on how we play and what we're looking to do. I hope this helps. Again, they'll be sending out more as we go through. So let me know if you have any questions.